Welcome back, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Our football fantasy back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Indubitably.
We had a very nice return to the podcast scene, talking about the Patriots' offseason moves, exactly where the team's looking in terms of personnel. Now, today we're going to kind of take a step back and look at the league as a whole in terms of this new era of players coming into the NFL. Obviously, a lot of depth in this draft, interesting bell curve, I should say, of talent. However, we're going to kind of go not only pick by pick, but also give a fantasy relevant interpretation of exactly what we think these players are going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going into this, we both knew that this was going to be, and all of us knew that this was going to be a very top-heavy draft.
Mm-hmm.
The top I'd say the top two rounds, maybe, are where you're going to get all of we know that these people might actually be good fantasy-wise and actual NFL-wise. Uh, After that, it's just throw a dart on a wall and hope that something sticks.
I mean, that's kind of the way the draft always is. However, this was very much it's very clear quarterback one. There's a very clear running back one.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple good receivers in there. A lot of good defensive players, but nobody. Okay, we're gonna go sell the entire
Franchise.
franchise for this.
Yeah.
So I think it was interesting to see teams move around for exactly what they needed. There was obviously a lot of quarterback holes on a lot of teams in the NFL just in general, but not a lot of quarterbacks that could be taken to go fill those holes. So the playing field was a little bit even in that regard. Do we want to go into we're going to go right into just the first overall pick and just
Yeah.
go. We're going to go through the top 10 and just talk about
Top.
that.
We don't even have to do every single one, but
Well,
we'll
I
move
mean,
on till we
obviously,
can.
Mendoza was number one.
Yeah, Mendoza was number one.
The Raiders need a quarterback. They've needed a quarterback for more than a handful of years. They have Tom Brady in that locker room that likes Mendoza, and obviously is very established, if not the best quarterback of all time himself.
Hmm.
So you go and take Mendoza here. I feel like that's kind of an obvious and safe option. Probably your smartest pick. Did you think there was something they could have done, maybe trade out of this to get a little bit more value? Obviously, nobody thought another real quarterback was going to go in this first round. That obviously changed.
I know. I'm trying to find. Oh, there he is. Oh, the Rams have a
The
different.
Rams, yeah.
Rams have a different logo.
Um, so how do you feel about that? What's your inclination?
I mean, Fernando Mendoza obviously the number one pick here. His immeasurables are pretty good. He does have
He's
Kirk Cousins to start over him, which I think now in this modern age of the NFL is the right way to do it. Do not throw this dude into the wolves. At least give him 4, 5, 6, 7 games on the bench, learning under someone who knows the NFL and has been there for 10 years. Kirk Cousins is going to let Fernando Mendoza learn the NFL the full way. This is Dad Cousins. He can't play under the lights. We already know this. He's too tired. So when it comes that time during mid-November where Dad Cousins gets a little tired, Van Mendoza can come in here with his big old smile and try and throw it to fucking Trey Tucker. They don't have any receivers yet. They just have Brock Bowers, which is the bigger issue. But they got Fernando Mendoza. They started with this team should be decent. They kept Max Crosby after the failed Ravens trade.
yeah.
They added Tyrell Linderbaum in there. They added some other pieces.
Mhm.
Defense is looking okay. Offense got a couple of their dudes. They don't have any receivers, but they have Brock Bowers. But Fernando Mendoza was obviously the dude to take out one for them.
I don't disagree with any of that. I think this was kind of always going to happen. There was no indications that the Raiders were going elsewhere or that they were trading.
No,
They go take. I think Mendoza is definitely a franchise guy. Let's see if he can go be productive at the NFL level.
agreed.
But he did definitely win a championship and a Heisman with Indiana.
100%.
We've never seen that.
And Indiana definitely paid a lot of people to come to their team last year. But hey,
I wouldn't. I mean, that wasn't even the
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 highest.
conversation around
No,
that.
it
I mean, there
wasn't.
was
It was.
many other. This was almost a Cinderella
Did he
rose.
win the Heisman?
At least so,
I
yeah.
thought Jeremiah Love won it.
No, no, I'm Mendoza won the Heisman. Mendoza won the Heisman,
Okay.
100%. Um,
Going to number two, we got David Bailey.
sure.
I mean, this is where the draft actually started. We both knew that. Everyone knew that because number one is going to Fernando Mendoza. Were the Jets going to trade out of it? They could have taken David Bailey. They could have
Mhm.
taken Ivor Release. They could have taken Carnell Tate. Fuck it. They could have taken Jeremiah Love if they wanted to.
Yeah, they definitely could
They
have.
easily could have traded out of this pick. They have another top 10 pick that they traded out of down to the 16 with someone, but
I mean, David Bailey is arguably the most influential defensive player in the most influential defensive position,
yeah,
especially in this draft.
yeah.
So I don't hate it. Anything is going to help the Jets. It's the Jets.
It's the Jets. And
So I don't think that's the more. I think the next pick is the more surprising
oh,
of probably
100%.
the most surprising out of all. Um, but David Bailey's going to give the Jets everything they need on that. He's probably going to play the left edge, right? Or probably play the right edge.
Who's on the right edge? Or is that
What's his
just what he played?
no, I forget his name.
Oh, it's
Um,
a long team.
to be honest, the Jets have holes everywhere, so they need help at literally every
Maybe he's
position.
playing left edge.
Yeah,
Right edge is Will
Will
McDonald.
McDonald.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes
And
sense.
they have Osai on the back as
Mhm.
well. Um, so I don't hate that. Potentially could have gone down a little bit to get maybe future prospects, but you have the two
You
here.
could have
You're
gone.
not going to go
You could
offense.
have gone 2 to 4 if the
They could have
Titans.
gone complete with this pick. It shows me that they could have gone completely out of. They could have gone out of the first 15.
Oh,
So,
easily,
I
easily.
mean,
There was a lot of defensive people. Ruben Bain went 15. They could have easily. I thought Ruben Bain was going top 3,
I thought Reese was going
but
to
his short arms
go to the
really
Jets, to be
really tanked
honest.
him down.
What are you going to do? And I
Well,
sent him at 13, bro.
yeah, we don't know what the hell that is. Yeah. Sean McVay really loved that pick.
Yeah.
The biggest uh what's the right reach of the pick?
No, I would say no. It's not
It's
a breach. It's a surprise.
it's surprise. Sure.
He's argued. Go ahead.
The Cardinals, who have maybe the most amount of holes in the NFL at the most important positions.
Yeah, it's up there.
A plethora to say the wet to
You know
say
where
the
they didn't have a hole before this draft?
at
At
running back. Yes.
only position they have
The
ample depth.
ample depth. They re-signed James Conner. They have Trey Benson, who thought was going to be RB1 coming in this year.
Yep.
They had Imani DiMaccardo question mark.
I believe so. They also have what's his name? They have one more. Algier as well.
And they signed Tyler Algier in free agency.
Trey Benson, arguably supposed to be the RB1.
RB1, RB4.
Is 4 right now.
Yeah, I definitely bought some of his cards this offseason before the draft. That did not pay it well.
He's trying to fix that knee. He's trying to,
Yeah,
so or James Conner
sure.
in similar
Territory. Well, that's the thing. I'm assuming the Cardinals are assuming is James Conner, which why do you resign him, and Trey Benson are both going to die again during the middle of the season.
Even if they don't, I understand wanting to add more security to that spot because they need a actual running back. They don't have a quarterback right now. They don't have one. So they need somebody who's going to take the ball up the field, up the middle 20 times a game and be able to play the next game.
Yeah.
So I understand that. Also, probably the highest, most upside talent on the board left. I mean, yes, you could have gone Tate. I thought Arvo Reese was going to be a top 3 pick, so could have gone there. But you're not going to reach for a quarterback here.
No.
Obviously. So then
there's no one else to take.
I don't hate this. It is a little crazy.
It's a little crazy. I thought the best play for them was to trade down to the 8, 9, 10. You get a plethora of either this draft and or next draft, and you take a tackle that they need. And next year you take your quarterback, and you're already gonna be ass. So why try to make your team slightly less ass with Jeremiah Love on there? I say that.
Disagree with.
I say that the Raiders took Ashton Genty last year at the 8 or 9, and then they were terrible and got the number one pick. So the NFL can always go either way.
I think it's a little difficult to invest in your O line when you don't have that franchise piece that you're protecting. Because those guys also obviously these skill positions have a shorter lifespan.
Obviously.
But these left tackles, you're getting a lot of money. A lot of money. These left tackles are now the second highest, third highest paid
Third, I'd go
position
third.
on the
Yeah.
offense.
I thought I was saying overall. So I would go quarterback, D end, left tackle.
Quarterback, receiver, left tackle.
Well, yeah.
On the offense.
So you're saying overall a receiver gets paid more than left tackle? Oh, probably.
High end wide receiver,
Yeah.
or whatever. It's around.
Joe Burrow's getting 40, Myles Garrett gets
go and take Spencer Fontaine,
yeah,
for example,
yeah.
who is supposed to, or I like Francis better personally.
Francis is better.
Spencer's supposed to come in and be a starting tackle.
Tackle, guard, center, wherever.
Specifically tackle.
Sure.
That's much more important money-wise.
Correct.
So this is why I don't hate them taking Jeremiah Love here. You can get him some reps without it being, we have to give you 25 carries right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're gonna be shit. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals, they're not gonna be great this year unless they somehow go get Mac Jones and he's the second coming of Drake May. There's nothing they can do. They can't add a single position or two positions to go and make that change.
No.
So them getting the best player on the board. This is going to be the lowest you'll ever be able to attain Jeremiah Love in the NFL for in terms of just assets in general.
Yeah.
Cool. You go get them. Okay. Don't run them to the ground this year. They're back here like the Raiders just did. Then, okay, yes. We either go get our franchise guy in free agency / trading. Maybe pick him up next year's 8 quarterbacks right now I can think of that would be 10 times better than whoever they got.
You're talking about the Cardinals? They have Jacoby Brissett.
Correct. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. But they did pick up, they drafted, what's his name? Not Sensen Bennett. Who'd they draft? They drafted Carson Beck in the 6th round. So
cool.
If they have issue with
that's not a franchise guy.
That's God no. It could be could be a franchise.
So why would you I like what they did here.
So you agree with the Jeremiah?
Why would you go get an offensive tackle right now to potentially you're going to be either protecting Jacoby Brissett, who's 34, and don't get me wrong, he's a good quarterback, but he's a backup. Let's be real here. He's a backup quarterback. Or you're protecting Stenson Bennett, who there's a 0.4% chance he goes on some kind of Cinderella run and is a good, reliable, even just kind of starting quarterback. That's not going to happen. So why would you go take a tackle you know what I mean?
Well, this is the two schools of thought of football.
Yeah.
Do you build around the high influence positions of quarterback? Do you start with quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, and then fill in the gaps? Or do you start at tackle, guard, center, build the trench, and then get the quarterback?
Of course, you want to go get your quarterback first and have.
Well,
that's what you want to do.
I disagree. Yeah, I'd rather have a team, put a quarterback there, done. Tom Brady. Team was already there. Tom Brady fell into it, and then they were gone.
I mean, the team wasn't built for Tom Brady, though. There was a team,
but
there was a defense,
top 5 defense.
There was a great defense built to win as a defense,
and a good line.
And there was an okay line at the time.
A good one.
We drafted 3 of those O linemen
in 2000. What?
1.
I don't remember. I was assuming that they were already there.
The Patriots were obviously good, but they had just had a 4-12 season.
Yeah,
they weren't great, and Bledsoe was obviously good. But you weren't going to go be great.
Mm-hmm.
And then yes, you have who was there already? It was Deion Branch.
Are you trying to pull receivers?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think if you go and get that thing, that franchise that's supposed to go and turn your culture around. You
Hmm.
know, it might not be a quarterback. It might be Bill Belichick. It might be a head coach. It might be whatever. You go and get that, typically a quarterback.
Typically a quarterback.
And then it's a lot easier to justify taking, okay, I'm gonna go take Spencer Fondu at 3. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, sure. Instead of passing up on Jeremiah Love, who we know, if he doesn't get hurt, is going to be a top 15 running back. Sorry.
No,
I
no,
didn't mean
no.
to
Hey,
tangent so
hey,
hard,
no,
but
you're good. It's just I disagree with your opinion.
that's
That's sports.
that is life.
That is life. That is sports. That is everything. Number four
Yeah, I
pick.
guess I get too much Jeremiah
I
Love
love.
talk.
Another arguable who should they have gone with? I mean, I think everyone was assuming. I thought they were going to take Jeremiah Love. All I was hoping personally, because, Dynasty podcast,
Sure.
we have Scatterboom.
Of course.
And I was really hoping that he did not fall to 5, Jeremiah Love.
Of course, yeah.
So I thought that the Titans were going to take Jeremiah Love, which I think they were going to. And they just needed an offensive weapon for Cam Ward.
Yeah.
And once the Cardinals took Jeremiah Love, slight scramble, I would assume, out of the Cardinals
Yeah.
box on who to take. Do you take Cardinal Tate, Jordan Tyson, a tackle? Their O-line is absolutely shite. They go here and take Cardinal Tate, I would say personally, number one receiver, clear cut number one receiver. Jordan Tyson might have a better ceiling, but Cardinal Tate has the highest,
Well-rounded, yeah.
has by far the highest
Yeah.
floor out of everyone in the draft
I
class.
agree.
Wide receivers.
Wide receiver.
For wide receivers. For wide receivers. I don't hate the pick at all. Cardinal Tate, obviously, dog. Coming out of Ohio State, the last 4 Ohio State wide receiver. I don't know what Marv counts into this equation here. But
Yeah.
I wanted to say the last 4 wide receiver Ohio State wide receivers have been very good in the NFL. JSN, Burlave, Garrett Wilson, and then now Cardinal Tate and Marv
Yeah, it's a little
Marv question mark in there. And then next year, Jeremiah Smith, the best of the best.
I mean, very well could be.
So I don't hate the pick at all. They needed a dude. This is, again, Cardinals and Titans. Do you take a tackle? Do you take a weapon? They both went weapon.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate
They
it.
went best available talent on the board.
Sure.
There could be an argument that at 5, Arvell Reese could have been. I
Could-
think Arvell Reese could have been a top 3 pick
Mm-hmm.
and would have helped the Cardinals and Titans a
Mm-hmm.
lot.
Mm-hmm.
However, like you said, the Cardinals took Jeremiah Love. The Titans were like, "Oh,
We needed sugar.
let's
Yeah.
go. We got to get our next guy who's Cardinal Tate," and then that means the Giants are able to take Arvell Reese, which I don't hate at all because given the next 2 picks, unless the Giants wanted to go wide receiver to help Malik with his injury and returning, they really weren't going to do anything else. It would have been Arvell Reese like they took, or like maybe a tackle. They don't necessarily
Yeah.
need
No, they don't need a
Lane. They don't need a cornerback.
well, they do.
I
do.
understand.
They
But they
do.
weren't going to take him.
No. They would have taken one of the tackles, Carnell Tate or Jordan Tyson.
Hmm.
That's about it.
That's what I was trying to say. And then the Chiefs obviously traded up for their guy, it seems.
Okay.
Um,
The Chiefs, well, yes, because the Chiefs get Mansour away. They lost Trent McDuffie this offseason and their other corner, full blanking. He also went to the Rams, but they lose both of their corners, and the Chiefs are, for some reason, are corner U at this point. I don't know why, but they are. So they go ahead and get Mansour Delane, the clear-cut number 1 corner from this draft class, and they say, well, thank you very much from the draft class.
yeah, I mean, they switch out from 9 here. They move up a little bit, take the Browns spot. The Browns clearly wanted a lineman, so
yeah, they didn't care.
It was fine for them.
No.
Smart move, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And the Chiefs go and get their guy. He is a dog. Don't get me wrong. Played at LSU, played very well. I don't know if it's exactly what they need. However, if you're paying a quarterback $500 million,
Yeah.
he should be able to figure out your offense,
Yeah.
and you just go
Yeah.
help him out on defense.
Yeah. The Chiefs are in a weird, they're in
They're in
that
a great spot.
Patriots 2000.
No,
I'm trying to find a year. I think it's
yeah,
2014.
it's like 2019.
Oh, right after. Well, it's
Yeah,
between the eras. But
no,
the
it's not
Patriots,
because
it's 2013 Patriots.
unless the Chiefs blew up their entire roster except Patrick Mahomes, including Travis, like literally everything, they're not gonna go be extremely Super Bowl relevant. 'Cause they're gonna,
Unless they blow it up.
yeah, yeah.
Oh. Well, they're trying to do like a reverse Patriots. Like they started with Gronk and now they need Randy Moss. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they
yes.
started with Travis Kelce, which is Gronk, and now they need.
I feel like
Oh, they have
the
to.
Chiefs have a lot more holes,
Oh, they
in my opinion.
100%, 100%.
Um, and
They're holding on by strings right now.
it's a different NFL. It's
100%.
difficult.
Going to number 7. I love this guy. I had him in our franchise league. Sonny Styles. He was a normal dev in our franchise league, which was
In our
criminal.
Madden,
In our Madden league,
yes.
absolutely criminal that Sonny Styles was a normal dev.
He's gonna be a
But
freaking animal.
yeah, they should. I'm assuming the Commanders re-sign Bobby Wagner. Why not? It's gonna be so cheap.
If he plays, yeah.
If he plays, why not?
Yeah.
And then you put him next to Sonny Styles.
Yeah,
Oh,
gonna be fun.
how are you gonna run or pass on this team? I don't know.
Stay outside the numbers. That's gonna be your only
That's
way.
it. Yeah.
Um, I mean, the Commanders are doing the right things. I think this was a great pick.
Hmm.
They don't need. I mean, they
They
could
they
have done some offensive stuff, but I
they
don't think they need. Like this is.
they could have taken Jordan Tyson. They don't have a wide receiver.
We had Terry McLaurin.
He's
Talking.
31.
So what?
That's what I'm saying.
Terry.
You go get another dude for Jaden McDaniels. You get that
I think
1-2
they're
punch.
fine, man. I think they're fine.
You
I think
get
they're fine firepower wise. I think they could. They could. Of course,
they
they could
could.
have more. Of course.
They could.
However, would you rather not have somebody who's going to go get you obviously high, maybe triple digit tackles, but
Yeah.
also a handful of turnovers.
All right.
You
Definitely.
know what I mean? And tackle for loss sacks. He's going to
Yeah.
be all over the
Yeah.
field.
And
He's going to be big.
he could have easily
He's going
gone.
to get to learn under Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
Brother,
Yeah.
come on.
And Sonny Styles could have easily gone 4, 5, 6, and he goes at 7.
He could be a freak. For
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. Jordan Tyson, our next fantasy relevant person.
Yeah.
Slot. I don't know if this is.
I think it's
I thought it was a reach. Mo. I didn't think he was good enough to go this high. People hyped him up to stupidness.
Well, there's a lot of people who thought he could have gone interchangeably
It was
with
Cardinal Tate,
Yeah.
and I disagree.
I understand that, and I don't disagree.
Yeah,
I think Jordan Tyson, like you said, the ceiling is very, very high, but
100%. The
floor is
floor
a little
it's very low.
low. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
But they have, I believe it's Kellen Moore there, who just likes to throw the ball a bajillion times with his quarterback. That's why Tyler Shuck is becoming a fantasy relevant quarterback at this point, because he'll throw the ball 50 times a game. They might lose by 20, but it's 50 to 30.
Yeah.
So, like, ugh. And then they have Brolave, but he gets all of the Brolave concussions every single season with like 3 of them. So why not go get Jordan Tyson here? I don't hate it. Jordan Tyson, as we said, high ceiling, even higher floor. No, I'd say mid floor, even higher ceiling. I think that's the right way to put it.
He's an athlete. You can go catch
He's
the
an
ball.
athlete.
I don't know if he's going to be as well rounded as a receiver blocking, route running.
Yeah.
Using leverage to come off of a double man.
Yeah.
Look outside or whatever.
Yeah.
I think Tate might have a slight leg up in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
However, Jordan Tyson is a physical dog.
Yeah. Cardinal Tate has a better route tree. Jordan Tyson is better at his specific routes.
But yes, I agree. So that 9th pick where the Chiefs traded to the Browns. The Browns, of course, like we were talking about, got their tackle, Spencer Fanu. Excuse me. This is an interesting one for me because I feel like Caden Proctor could have been up there. Francis is obviously insane for Miami,
Caleb
but
Downs.
you look down the list, one, two, three, four, five, six, and a couple more, if I'm not mistaken, seven, eight. I mean,
There's
almost,
a lot
almost,
of tackles.
almost half the first round was
That,
offensive line.
yeah.
So you obviously had a lot of players, like we were talking about in the beginning of the podcast, kind of ranked or evaluated similarly. If the Browns saw something they wanted, I guess cool pick. I think this was more a symptom of them trying to get out of six because they didn't want to overpay for whoever they would have taken there.
Yeah, all of them would have been overpaid.
Right. And they're like, okay, well, now we're at nine. I'd assume they probably tried to trade out of this one too. And otherwise just went with what they needed at their position. I don't know if this is necessarily like, I mean, depends what the Browns really want, but like Caleb Downs, I think is a more electric and potentially game changing player than Spencer Fontenot.
100%.
Um, are you gonna work? Are you gonna ride with Chanel? Whatever.
Whatever.
However you feel about it, I
Yeah.
don't hate the pick. I think Fontenot is going to be great for them, or at least uh, a position they don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if we're gonna do the whole every team draft look like overview, but the Browns do go and take two receivers after this, which is another question mark on the Browns draft strategy.
Kind of classic Browns there, ain't it?
We'll get to them because they're fantasy relevant, but
Sure.
why take the second one? I don't know. At number 10, and probably one of the last couple picks we'll do in this first round because the rest of them are just dudes. Francis Maui Goa, apologies. The other tackle that I thought was going to go top. I thought he did go to the Giants. I thought he was going to go to the Giants at number 5. I don't hate it at all. I
Yeah.
think he is the best straight actual tackle. He can't play another position. He is a left tackle, and he will be the left tackle for the Giants. Spencer Fanu has played every single position in college, can play every single position in the NFL, but Francis Marianoa is the best straight offensive tackle.
Okay. I don't know if I agree with that, but okay. I think he's played the position the longest.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that makes him the best at it.
Okay.
I think Fano has a lot of other experiences plus physical acumen that, in my opinion, shows that he has more upside. But it's also a tackle. How do you really measure that?
Pressures.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. We'll see at the end of the season, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about right now.
Yeah.
If he can go out and play guard for the Fano, play guard for the Browns when they need to, Mingo is not going to be able to do that,
No.
which is fine. They don't need that. The Giants don't need that, but the Browns do.
The Browns do. Yeah. The Browns,
You know?
I think, have 3 open O-line positions.
I think they're
So,
all open.
Yeah.
Completely.
Well, one of them just retired. What's his name?
Joe Thomas.
Nope, the other one. Bennett, not Bennett. I'm not gonna pull it.
Yeah, I'm not going to play on them.
Going to how these players impact this our dynasty teams and the regular redraft. These rookies. We could start with Jeremiah Love. I believe he is the clear-cut #1 target this year. Next year, it is Jeremiah Smith, who we know this draft is like a prequel to that one, I would say, in the terms of dynasty. Last year, we had Travis Hunter, who was a dude, and we had Ashton Genty, who was really good on an unknown, like he's not playing the Power 5 teams every week in and week out. But Jeremiah Love's supposed to be the RB1 of this draft class. He went off third to the Cardinals. That's another talking point in terms of fantasy of they have 4 or 5 running backs right now that could start and do play.
Yeah, well, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with Cardinals or?
I'm just saying how the Cardinals impact his fantasy output.
Yes, absolutely. The Cardinals have 4 other signed running backs that have all started at one point in less than a year
Mm-hmm.
on that roster.
Mm-hmm.
So then you go draft a running back at 3. We haven't seen it in a while.
Where did Saquon go?
I don't think he was second. I think Brees might have been up there too.
Brees is close. No, I don't think Brees beats this. Anyway.
But still, yes, it was a little bit of a plateaued draft class in terms of talent overall.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of Mendoza's obviously going to be one. We're going to talk about Cardinal Tate, Jordan Tice, and some of these other receivers that fill out a lot of the back half of the draft, very defensive draft. I do think probably your highest immediate fantasy output player is going to be Jeremiah Love. He was insane for Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's going to be on the Cardinals, so that's going to be interesting. And I mean, if he's a clear, straight up RB1 out the gate, yeah, it's going to be insane. But if he has to work through, I guess, fighting for that roster spot over James Conner, Trey Benson, uh, uh, even those two,
the touchdown merchant, Tyler Algier,
Tyler Algier, yeah, and D. McCarter.
Andy McCarthy.
That's his name. So I mean, that's 4 fully starting.
Yeah, and everyone thought. If I'm assuming that if Trey Benson actually plays this past season, they don't draft Jeremiah Love.
They're gonna have to move some of these players.
Sure,
they're gonna have.
They're gonna have.
They can't pay them all.
Well, they just paid James Conner for no reason. That has also that's on Jeremiah Love's fantasy output. Where do you think Jeremiah Love stacks in terms of going number 101 in the terms of like the last 5 years? Say that.
Going 101 in fantasy
like
drafts?
Yeah. Like how
compared to other players that go
like 101, yeah. Because you had Gibby.
Yeah, I mean,
Bijan.
I think this is probably the lower tier out of all of those situations. Because yes, it is the best running back, but we only think that he is the greatest talent because this is a very talented class in comparison to past couple or just most in general.
Yeah.
Then you also have to look at it as this player's going to the Cardinals with 4 other running backs.
Yes.
Gibby went to the Lions, who is a contending team, and needed a running back to get over that.
Yeah.
No.
They didn't have a
Bijan went to the Falcons, who also had a very good young team trying to get into the playoffs, and they went into it. This is a rebuild franchise at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler's off to Minnesota. What are they really going to do with Clyde? So I much rather 2 years ago have Gibby or 3 years ago or whatever have Bijan than be sitting with the 101 in Dynasty right now looking at Jeremiah Love. It's great and it's going to be a decent pick. You know, you're not going to. That's the right pick.
That's the right pick. Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be as fantasy relevant immediately as somebody like Gibby or Bijan or really any of
better or worse than
Jamar. Well, I mean that's a conference that's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And people think Jeremiah Love in college going into the NFL should have been that good. And I'm assuming if he goes to the Titans, he probably is another Gibby, another Bijan. But him being on the Cardinals could possibly stunt that.
I disagree. I understand where people might think he is a more touted prospect because he did go in the let me rephrase this. In the NFL draft, Gibby was like 21.
He's 12.
Okay, 12 even. And Bijan top 5
or 7.
But again, 2 contending teams. So then you have Jeremiah Love who goes top 3, which is huge.
Yeah, which would
to a rebuilding team.
Yeah.
So this is a Saquon storyline. Saquon top 5 pick.
Top 5
to the Giants draft pick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's an amazing player, but wasn't able to be extremely fantasy relevant because he had injuries and all these things due to the fact that the Giants kind of stunk. Let's be frank.
Well, they were hoping that Saquon was going to be Like
I
enough
hear
to
that.
carry as the
Yeah,
quarterback.
I hear
It's
that,
crazy.
but he's not a quarterback,
It's not a
you
quarterback.
know?
Yeah.
So you're just taking a position that's already very wear and tear, very you need 4 or 5 guys potentially in that room to complete the season in your running back room.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you going to dock him? I mean, I think Saquon, of course, would have been the right pick in that time too. But Jeremiah Love might not be good or fantasy relevant, I should say. It's going to be good. It might not be fantasy relevant for a handful of years, or till he moves on from the Cardinals, or if something happens.
It's possible. Yes.
I don't see another way. I don't see how he could be fantasy relevant. He's going to put up.
How he could not be
No,
phase
no.
relevant?
Let me rephrase.
He's going
he's
to
going to
be.
be he's going to be good.
Yes.
He's not going to be the 101.
So you're saying that you'd rather have Darnell Tate than at the 101?
No, I just think I wouldn't want to draft this year as a dynasty team. You know what I mean? I would
which is why
trade
we're
out of
not.
that. Yeah, I would trade out of that personally. He's going to be a dog. Don't get me
Yes,
wrong.
but
And
it's just unproven on a weird team.
yes, yeah. I think it's more so there are just so many other holes and things that need to be focused on the Cardinals that Jeremiah Love, while he could be okay, there's going to be so much adverse, bad opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, defenses are going to be killing the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell are they going to throw, let alone have a run game?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have 4 3-and-outs the first 4 possessions. I mean, it's gonna go Jeremiah Love, Jeremiah Love. Nothing happens. You can't block.
No.
Everyone knows you're running. You know
they could.
What happened to Saquon? Saquon was very good.
And they worked him like a fucking dog.
They worked him like a dog and he got hurt.
Shocking revelation.
Like,
could definitely happen to Jeremiah Love. Okay, we'll go to 102. We'll go to 102.
Oh, sorry, spewing too much.
You're good. You're good, my guy. I guess that it's contested on who would be 102 by your eyes, because you would take not Jeremiah Love. But it's definitely between Jordan Tyson and Carnell Tate. I personally don't think Jordan Tyson is going to be better than even Mekhi Lemon. But everyone in the fantasy and football world thinks that this dude's ceiling can be crazy. Which
Tate or Tyson?
Tyson. Oh, Tate's floor is crazy. Tyson's ceiling is higher. Both are very high.
I would agree with that.
But I didn't see that from Jordan Tyson. He made some catches. All these dudes make catches.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the every day he's gonna be able to do it. I just saw a dude that could make catches. But he can make catches, and if you can do that in the NFL, you're gonna be a pretty good receiver.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Jordan Tyson, the big. I think he's the most physical and dominating player at the position in the draft.
Really, I would say Mekhi Lemon's much more physical.
Okay, physical might be the wrong word. I guess smart. Smart at using his body. Mekhi Lemon is going to burn you and be aggressive, which can be a problem.
Yes.
In many regards.
Jordan Tyson is more smooth with.
Yes, that's a better
smooth with his progression. I would say that one.
And he's also he's on the Saints, right?
Yes, which is
so immediately back.
Which is Kellen Moore, and all they do is throw the ball
with a shit quarterback.
Tyler Shaw was decent.
He's not.
He was okay. He was quarterback like 10 by the end of the year. He was.
I don't know about that. He was fine. I mean, we can just look at Chris Olave's injury history and show that the Saints clearly don't know what to do now. I'm not saying they didn't in the past, but now in that style of offense, they don't have Drew Brees anymore. They don't have Michael Thomas anymore. You know what I mean? They don't have prime Alvin Kamara anymore and a goal line.
No.
You know what I mean? So
that's why they're just throwing the ball.
Which sure, and yeah, Mekhi Lemon is probably the best
Jordan
option.
Tyson.
Jordan Tyson is probably the better option out of these 3 receivers to go do that.
Yes.
I don't love it. Again, I think a lot of these guys are pretty comparable in terms of ceiling floor. Like this isn't
no.
previous years where it's very easy to
substantially differentiate these players.
Correct. Well, like
Potential.
ceiling in four with these players is still like half of what the ceiling in four was when Justin Jefferson and
Yeah,
Jamar Chase
of
came out.
course. Yeah,
Like Jordan Tyson's ceiling, if we're on a scale of 10, is probably 7, but its floor is like 4, and
right.
Connell Tate is a 6'5". He's just going to be right there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mekhi Lemon's just like a straight 5.
Mekhi Lemon could be real nice. He's got a really good situation.
Yeah. So that's the 2 with, I mean, I would have Connell Tate personally.
I like this order.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with
And then Jordan Tyson at the 103. I don't disagree with that. After this, it gets a little messed up with what kind of leagues you're in, obviously.
Or what you need
specifically, because you have Mekhi Lemon, who is the third receiver out of the group. I would probably take him second. You have Fernando Mendoza, who in our league is going to go mid-second.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a league that values quarterbacks, then he'll go highly.
He'll go 105. Yeah. And you could also, I think the 104 through 106 could all switch.
Yeah, potentially. I also think Conception, Boston's good. I mean, like I was saying before, this draft kind of plateaus out, so you can really plug and place a lot of players, almost outside the top 5, 10 in real life draft prospects that were drafted. You can go almost to the middle of the second round and pick and place with them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's a massive difference. However, there are some players that have fallen into good situations that may make it more relevant for you to draft them in your fantasy. Like Casey Conception specifically. Or even Jadarian Price.
Jadarian Price was, I would, I think he's going to go 104 in our dynasty draft.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because George has Sharps. So I think, because I was hoping he was going to get to 5, and then we would trade Bernie for him. But he ain't getting to 5. We don't have enough to trade for. So I think Jadarian Price is going to go 4 in our draft. I think he is probably worth the 104, and then I would take Mekhi Lemon 105, which again, I wouldn't be trading up for. Mekhi Lemon at the 105 could be a great steal in this dynasty.
Yeah.
Because he could
be very good.
He could easily be the best receiver off rip immediately if the Eagles decide to throw the ball.
I don't know about that. I mean, I'd be very surprised if Devonta Smith didn't, take over the one spot, AJ Brown's one spot, and then you get Mekhi Lemon in there. Even if he just comes in as the 2,
he's a quote unquote
and has single coverage, like
come on. That's what I'm saying. Like, he could go crazy if the Eagles just want to throw the ball a little bit.
I agree.
Not that I don't hate Mekhi Lemon at the 104. I would take him. See, this is where it gets messed up, because I would take Mekhi Lemon if I were in the situation and had to choose between Jordan Tyson and Mekhi Lemon. I would take Mekhi Lemon.
Just for situation?
Just because I like the receiver type better.
Okay. That's valid.
And then Jordan Tyson would
depends on preference. I don't mind that either.
And then Jordan Tyson would fall all the way to the 5, which would be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be crazy.
That would be
very crazy.
That'd be very crazy. I would say out of all of these dudes that got drafted, most of them didn't go to a really good situation. But
I mean, I don't know about that. Mekhi Lemon?
Mekhi Lemon went to a pretty good situation, not like top tier. I mean, the
Eagles is literally the best situation you can go into. I don't mean to.
The Seahawks just won the championship.
The Eagles won last.
The Seahawks just won it.
I understand, but Jadarian Price is coming into Sharps.
That's it.
Oh, Kenny's gone.
Kenny's gone. And Sharps is going to be hurt with his ACL injury.
That is true.
Week 10.
I see.
Through week 10.
I see. That is
so. Jadarian Price.
That's good.
That's why A, he's going to go 104 in our league, and B, could easily outproduce in those first 10 weeks more
than Jeremiah
Love.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
In the career, Jeremiah Love should produce more. These first 10 weeks, you could.
We'll see what the Cardinals do.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're smart, they're going to move 1 to 2 of the or 3 of these guys.
Yeah. Well, who's going to want James Conner?
James Conner and Jeremiah Love.
They trade both of
I mean,
them.
I feel like Algier has a market.
Algier,
DiMarcardo played well there for a bit, but then got hurt.
you could get like a 7th or a 6th for Trey Benson.
Yeah, true.
That wasn't even on purpose. That
Mm.
was
Do we want to finish up
Hold
with
up.
the top 10?
yeah. Okay, you got, and then you got
I didn't even
the-
remember Kenyon Sadiq.
yeah. So Kenyon
Jeez.
Sadiq's a weird one in here because I would say early in this offseason, people had him at the 105
In fantasy draft?
in Dynasty.
Again, when you get outside of running back and wide receiver, it kind of depends on your league setup. Like if you have a super flex where you have a second quarterback,
Mhm.
Mendoza is going to be a lot more valuable. It's
Yeah.
obvious. If you have,
Tight end plus leagues.
well, there are 2 tight end leagues, or even just where you can have a super flex
Mhm.
with tight ends, instead
Mhm.
of just wide receiver, running back, or whatever. I think he's going to be the best tight end taken on the board, of course. He's going to be a dog. Where do you go?
The
Giants?
Jets
Oh, he went to the Jets.
with Omar Cooper.
Not great. Not
Yeah,
great.
I mean, what the 107 through 10,
And Mason Taylor. Mason Taylor's nice too.
the 107 through the 110, anyone could go anywhere. Well, 106 through 110 because Fernando Mendoza's not going to be
We
there.
don't even have to keep saying that. There's a lot of movement that can happen all
I-
over the sport.
Do you have any clue who everyone's going to take in our league for these picks?
Well,
I
thought Conception went to he went to the Browns, right? Not the Chiefs.
yeah, the Browns. Well, so my thought is that George is going to take
I think George needs to take a run.
he's going to take Jadarian Price at 104.
Yeah.
And then there's Bernie at the 105 who has like 8 different options to take.
Correct.
And then after that, I don't even know.
I'd assume he would take either Cardinal Tate or.
No, you don't run on take
Or,
Makai Lemon.
So you're saying it's going to be
Makai Lemon.
Jeremiah Love,
Yep.
Cardinal Tate,
Yep.
Tyson,
Yep.
and then 4 is going to be
Jadarian Price.
Jadarian Price.
5 is either Makai Lemon, Casey Conception,
Yeah,
or Sadiq.
probably 11. Bernie needs some young depth like Eureka.
Oh, he needs a whole lot of everything. Thank you for that 2027 first. We thank you, Riley,
Yeah.
every day, every week. Any of these dudes you like their situation? Honestly, I do not like the double Cleveland rookie wide receiver. It's weird as hell, and they have dudes already there.
I think this was a situation of best available talent on the board rather than need. And like we've been saying this whole time, it's all extremely, even more subjective this year than it has been in the past because the plateau of player talent, it's all very, very similar. So you got Sadiq. Do the Giants need Sadiq? I don't know.
Jets.
Or the Jets, I mean. Not really. They got Mason Taylor. They got, what's his name? They got another tight end that they have starting over him. And like you were just saying, Boston and KC Conception going to the Browns. The Browns just got rid of Myles Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
They have Shador, I guess.
They have Harold Fannin.
They have Fannin, yeah. No. They have
Mason
Graham,
a
couple weapons in there, but it's just like, what is are they trying to go win playoff game? Like,
well, they're
throwing darts at a board.
they're
throwing
so many.
So I mean,
but this is do you go offense or defense first? And they technically, quote unquote, have their quarterback.
I don't agree with that.
However,
even if clearly going offense first.
Well, who's your quote unquote quarterback for the team?
They're gonna keep doing what the Browns do.
Is it just Sean?
No. It's Shador. It's Shador till he screws up.
You're telling me
really screws up.
You're telling me Deshaun doesn't get the knock right off the rip this season?
No. Why?
I think he is.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he even allowed in the NFL anymore?
Yeah, he's been practicing this entire offseason.
I thought it was always.
Oh.
I didn't even know he was in the conversation.
He still has one more year on the Browns.
So yeah, they have 2. The Browns are not a franchise that's like, we need to have a quarterback to go and think we're okay. They're just like, okay, there's 2 guys here who have started in games before.
That's like saying Nathan Peterman started in the game.
Correct. He was on that bench at one point.
Yep.
So, I mean, they clearly are trying to build around and then slot that quarterback in. Don't know if I agree with two random receivers in the top 10. I mean, there were defensive players.
They wasn't top 10.
No.
Yeah, top 10 in our draft. But Conception went 22 and Boston went like 35.
I don't know, man.
I didn't think they would take that. I thought Conception, that pick, good. Sure.
Right.
Take a guard. Joe Batonio just retired.
Well, we like this for fantasy.
Sure. Well, they both cut each other's fantasy points.
Yeah, they do. They do. Like I said, this is just a dark horse.
Ty Simpson, in Superflex, sure. In our league, he's literally going to go in the third round.
No one's.
And then after that, it's just dudes. You got Antonio Williams, who's supposed to be the wide receiver 5 or something coming out of this. Eli Stowers will be good next year.
I don't know about that. He could be really good this year for the Eagles.
They still have Geodur.
Geodur? Yeah, but Geodur's been playing like a little bit more than half the season. I mean, Stowers
could. No. I think he's gonna have. He's gonna be like tight end, like 12 or 13 by the end of the season.
Yeah.
And then all that's just showing like he's not gonna get any points like the first 5 games, and then he'll get like 2 for 10 yards.
Yeah.
And just keep more sprinkling.
Mm-hmm.
The second round here is Big Tom. If you are in this, just pick your dude. People are picking Nick Singleton right now because obviously the Tennessee Titans didn't get their running back.
I mean, there's some good names here. Jeremy Bernard is nice.
Yes,
he's gonna be a dog. Skylar Bell is really nice. How do you come?
Yep.
The quarterbacks are a little. Carson Beck and Drew Aller could be good quarterbacks. You're not going to go spend a pick on them in these spots.
I've been hearing really good things about
Oscar Delp is in the 3rd round.
Delp's in the 3rd. Yeah, I know. I've been hearing really good things about Max Clare as well.
Max Clare. Okay, sure.
He's supposed to be an actually good receiving tight end. The thing is, they went to the Rams and all they do is run like 17 personnel.
Yep.
So there's a bunch of other tight ends.
There's quite a few more mouths to feed on the Ram than Max Clare.
Max Clare
to be able to be beneficial.
Oscar Delp, we might have to draw.
We might have to get Delp.
Delp on the Saints? Are you kidding me? We might have to get Delp. That would be amazing from fucking franchise.
Might have to get.
We might have to get Delp. That's what I'm saying. We can easily get or the other dude.
The Jets also picked up Klubnik in the 7th.
Yeah.
Sneak. I mean, I'm not going to go bet on a Jets quarterback, but this dude's going to be on the free agency wires, theoretically, in your dynasty team. A little taxi squad, tuck and stash.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate that at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. Do we have anybody else in this?
I had another dude.
Yeah?
The only other dude, there's a lot of tight ends because all of these wide receivers, any of these could be maybe wide receiver 2s. Maybe.
No, I don't know about that.
They could maybe be wide receiver 2s.
They're all fighting for the wide receiver 3 spot.
I know. That's a hence maybe. Hard maybe. Eli Raridon to the Patriots, I also really like. Is a good receiving tight end.
Sure.
We have Hunter Henry. I've always loved Hunter Henry.
Yep.
I called Hunter Henry coming to the Patriots when he was a free agent in 2020. But he's like 30 now.
Right.
And Eli Raridon could be a nice second option. And we know Josh McDaniels loves 2 tight ends that can run vertically and catch the ball.
Indeed. And it's going to come to the Patriots. He's obviously going to block. So,
yeah,
should be all right now.
I have Desmond Claiborne, another name, just because of Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could just run through the names. I don't even know. Mike Washington, another one, just for speed main.
We're getting to a point of it where it's like, these are just offensive players that were drafted, so they have a possibility to be drafted.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not
all of but some of them are in better situations.
I agree.
Where if you look at the players they have, like Oscar Delp has Jawan Johnson in front of him. who's gonna want a biggie bag. This is the last year on it. You take Oscar Delp. Oscar Delp
learn
goes
under
crazy.
him.
Learn under him. Learn how to catch the ball 87 times from Tyler Shuck, and then next year you got yourself a tight end 5.
And you pick them up
Then
maybe off the free
maybe off free agency.
God damn.
That's the goal here.
All right, Cal. I think that's
alrighty.
pretty much what I got for today.
I don't know what we'll have for you next time. I'm assuming it's when we're going to be slightly closer to the draft, so maybe we'll have our takes on what we're thinking.
Our
Coming into our draft strategy.
Sure.
As we are this middling team, what our thought process is. If we're going into it trading, not trading, blowing up, keeping it together, and going strong.
Indeed, yes, sir.
We shall see you next time. Thank you very much.